A group of women gathered together to talk about how they were impacted by CityTeam's Mother and Baby program. With CityTeam as their common ground, their testimonies intertwined. These are their stories.
Chester is my home. It has been my whole life. Growing up in Chester was great. We felt like we had everything. Stores with candy, meat, clothes, and even a record store. Honestly, it wasn't until I was grown up that I even realized we were poor. Our city was so great in my memory, and I think it is still great. But these days, there seems to be so much negativity that tries to overshadow the joys I remember as a child.
The reality is that the city of Chester isn't the same as when I was growing up. I don't let my kids run around in the way I did when I was a kid. But one thing definitely has not changed. This is a city full of a lot of good and beautiful people. City Team is one of those places, full of beautiful people.
My friend told me about City Team when I was pregnant and had just lost my job. This was such a low point for me. Everything seemed to be crashing down. She told me about this wonderful place called City Team where you can go and get clothes and diapers for your child. Now it's like a second home to me. It's such a blessing, and it's free. They don't expect anything of me. I come as I am, and I leave fulfilled.
I knew that City Team was a Christian place, but I was encouraged to find out that you don't have to have specific beliefs to receive what you need. They made me feel so welcomed and accepted. I was willing to do whatever I needed to get help for my baby, and volunteers at City Team understood that, and they empowered me as a mother. Believe it or not, they made me feel like I wasn't asking for enough.
We didn't qualify for a lot of places that offer help, but with you guys, it was a huge relief that I could just be honest about our situation and still ask for help. People would tell me to lie, make my situation worse to get help that I needed. But City Team made me feel like the truth was acceptable. I started visiting City Team more regularly, and I would volunteer on my lunch breaks. I'm the kind of person who doesn't want to just take, I want to give back too. So I donated clothes and shoes and toys to help the next family coming along. That's when I realized I could play a bigger part in helping my community.
Every mom has their own story. Some are homeless. Others are struggling to make 2 incomes to pay the bills. Some are foster moms who need support when the babies transition into their home. No matter what, all of our stories are welcomed in. Together, we are all part of City Team's story. You feel the Spirit of God at work at City Team. Chester is still a community full of love. It's the type of love that transcends generations. One thing we all know for sure, God is at work in our city.